yeah. Let it shine on you, yeah. Let it shine on you.
Welcome to I Followed My Dreams. I am your host, Cyn Abrams, and I am at Envied in Atlanta, Georgia, in Little 5 Points to be exact. And I am here today talking to Miss Jilene Coggins, the wonderful and fabulous owner of Envied. She's also a fashion stylist as well. So we're going to talk to her today about her career in fashion and styling, and we're going to also give a makeover to a new TV host, Miss Lynette Mitchell. So stay tuned for I Followed My Dreams featuring me, Cyn Abrams.
Got to make up your mind. Let it shine on you. Let it shine on you. Yeah. Let it shine on you. Yeah. Let it shine on you. Yeah. Let it shine on you.
Welcome back to I Followed My Dreams. I am here with Jilene, owner of Envied Boutique. Thank you so much for taking the time today to speak with me and all of our viewers for I Followed My Dreams. So we're going to kick it off with, you know what, my life box.
Scared.
Pick a question, gotta answer it.
Can I win $1 million?
No, I don't have that yet.
Let's see. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. Describe the worst punishment from your youth.
As you were telling me earlier, your mom was a
terrorist. No. But she's more a love terrorist. She'll smother you with love.
I didn't know those existed, a love terrorist.
Right.
What did you do?
I had 2 punishments. Well, one, but my mother grounded, because I never really got grounded, but I got grounded one time when I was like 15. But I remember that while I was grounded, I went to the movies, went bowling.
No.
And to this day, that's why I'm a spoiled brat. Yeah.
Is that's how you get punished in Canada? Movies?
Yeah, right. No. I know I was supposed to be grounded, but I kept saying, well, can I do this? Okay. Can I do this? Okay.
Well, speaking of your childhood, I know that you started out working in your mom's vintage thrift store shop.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about that experience growing up.
We just grew up with clothes. Like my sisters and I, other people might play doctor.
Yeah.
We played store. Like we'd put a box, pretend it was the cash register. We'd go get up all kind of different stuff from around the house and line it all up. And we'd say, I'll take this, please. And yeah, we would literally go in the basement.
So you've always been into owning your own business, always been into fashion, and it was vintage. So everything in there was vintage. Was it like 1940s
yeah, when
50s?
she actually started, our grandparents lived in Mexico.
Okay.
And earlier she had a Mexican import shop.
Okay.
Where she had like more like house potato chip in the throat.
She just had a potato chip before we started shooting. Because we're hungry, okay?
Yeah, so I was like, one chip, now it's in my throat. But she always had so it was more of a Mexican import, so jewelry, a lot of sterling silver jewelry.
And this was in Toronto?
In Kingston, my hometown in Canada. Though.
Okay.
And so that's kind of we started there, and then but all the while she kept collecting all this vintage stuff in the basement. She'd have in the rafters like literally rows of hanging stuff, and she just kept talking about this store, and we'd be like, okay, Mom, when are you gonna stop buying the junk for the basement?
Right, and open the store.
Right. So then she opened the store.
Yeah, and you worked there. Did you work there growing up?
Yeah, we just did everything.
Yeah.
We were like, my mom's a hustler. You know what I mean? She would go to festivals. She made earrings. We'd sell earrings. We just would sell stuff.
So you've always been ingrained. I think Jilene told me
much.
that last time we saw each other that you were the girl in high school. People would call and say, okay, what are you wearing to the dance tonight? Yes,
and I'd always be the late one because the whole time I'm getting ready, and that's still to this day, I get texts or phone calls. Well, what should I wear? Should I wear this? Well, this is, and that's been since. I remember bringing home in the 4th grade, when you're a kid and you're mean and you call people like a flea bag. Did they say that here, flea bag?
No.
We called them flea bags. Maybe it's old school and Canada.
We didn't say flea bag. That's a good question.
I know.
No, but okay.
And so like 4th grade, I brought home the girl that made her over.
In the 4th grade.
Yeah, just okay, come on.
So that's how you started in fashion, and then you kind of left home and started working in retail.
Yep, I started. I worked with my mom all the way up till when I was 18. Then I started with a Canadian chain called Le Chateau.
Okay.
And what happened is I went to LA to see my grandmother and uncle for the summer when I was 18. and this new mall had opened, and so I came back, went to school, and this girl had on these lace pantyhose. In the 80s.
80s, okay, with Madonna.
Yes. Yeah. And she had on these lace pantyhose and this like little ruffly mini skirt with it, and I was like, where'd you get that?
Right.
You know, because in our hometown we didn't have that. And she's like, oh, there's a new store at the mall called Le Chateau, and I was like, oh my god.
So that's how you got in there.
That was it. The first thing I bought there was like a studded double belt.
Do you still have it?
No, and if I did, it would probably just go single, I think. But yeah, so that was, so I went there and I was like, oh no, I'm getting a job here.
How long were you with Le Chateau?
14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, all the way from...
And were you styling, were you doing styling outside of there? Were you
No, not at that point.
Okay.
I was, like I said, that started when I was 18. I started working there in high school. And I worked all the way up to, my hometown only had one store. So I moved to Toronto, which is about 2.5 hours east.
Shout out to Toronto in Canada.
Hey. They call it T-Dot now though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it used to be T-O, but now it's T-Dot. But I don't feel authentic saying it, so I can't.
Because you're in Atlanta now.
Right, so ATL, A-Town down. Okay. Anyway, so we, yeah, so then I moved to Toronto and I became a store manager then. And even then I was really a top seller. Like there was 140 stores, and for my volume of store, I was the top one in the company.
Gotcha, in the company?
In the company, yeah.
Wow.
Across Canada. And a few American stores. But I'd win all kind of contests, and I just like selling stuff.
And so you just had a passion for putting outfits together and merchandising and putting looks together on mannequins, and that kind of still continues today.
Right, and then you could make money from it too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But did you ever think about doing anything else, like being the doctor or or teacher? So it was always fashion, always.
I'm trying to think.
Probably not, because
yeah, I'm
you
still
can't
thinking.
really, you're still thinking.
Yeah, no, I never wanted, because I don't like being too boxed in.
But that's amazing that from childhood up that you've always just been ingrained in fashion. I mean, there's not a lot of people that know from, you know, when they're little kids that they want to be in fashion, they love it, and that they breathe it. So when did you move to the US and start styling?
97. Yeah, in 97, I quit my job. By then I was a district manager. I was in charge of like 21 stores, and you know.
You were balling.
Yeah, so it was hard to, the rest of my family moved down here, my mom and my 2 sisters earlier, but I had this job and I was like, ooh. But I always knew, even the whole time I worked there, that it was all training for my own.
Right.
So I guess I was like, well, I guess this is time.
So when you moved to Atlanta, did you open up Envied, where we are today?
No, I opened up a year after I moved here.
Okay.
And I started off with the location across the street. There was a guy there, had a cute store, had it set up cute, but he had like no merchandise. And luckily the owner of Le Chateau, we had had a nice relationship. He let me buy wholesale from that company.
Wow.
And have credit to get started.
Double wow.
Yeah, double wow. And so to get started, so he gave me, and I didn't have to even start paying for like 6 months or something. So he let me go to the New York store. I went in their back room and kind of shopped from their back stock and just got it started.
Yeah.
And then I continued to buy for them maybe the first year, but you know, it was tricky because I had to go to New York or to Canada.
Yeah.
And then after I just started going, you know, finding my own goods, and then eventually that tapered off.
So when did you open up Envied?
Oh, across the street, it started in 98, and then February of 99. I just say August 98 is our anniversary.
Yeah. And we're in Little 5 Points, and Little 5 Points in Atlanta is very cool. It's a nice mixture of people, really eclectic. Were you looking for something like that when you came here? Yeah.
And especially coming from such a diverse climate in Canada, like I'm just used to seeing every type of person. Yeah. And I'm not even really thinking about what race they are, it's just people, you know? And then so you come here and it was very black and white, and I was like, I need to be somewhere where it's everything. Yeah, and you get that here in Little 5 Points. It's a great area, and you have a great store. So when did you start styling outside of your store? Being a Music City, you get a lot of people coming in, oh, I need this for I'm going to meet a label, or I'm doing a video, or I'm starting my pictures. Or, so you were constantly dressing people for looks anyway. So then it just kind of all merged. And that's where I met Jilene on a set. She's done some work with the company that I work for, Design Essentials. Absolutely. Hey y'all. And she does great work. What I love about Jilene is, number one, that she can work on any budget, okay? Yes. She has... I like the high ones better. She likes the high, of course she does, but we have fun on them. Well, yours isn't that low.
Okay.
It's juicy.
Okay, we don't have no money, be quiet. But no, seriously. She can go shop at Rainbow, which is like, you know, a smaller store, a little bit low end. She can go to Macy's, she can go to Bloomingdale's and pull you some fantastic pieces together. So I love that about you.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna always throw in some of the high-end designer.
Of course. We always like to
when I catch them, yeah.
But the other great thing is that Jilene can take your personality and bring it out through your clothes, and that she doesn't care if you're vintage or modern or glam, she makes it work for you. And that's kind of what you see here at her boutique Envied. She has fashion, she has makeup, she has hair. Let's talk a little bit about that for me.
Well, we've had the main boutique for 14 years, since '98. And my neighbor, which was in this location next door, came to me. She had been here 22 years.
Was it a hostile takeover?
Nope, it wasn't hostile.
Okay.
It was a surrender. So we'd been here, she'd been here 22 years, and she came to me and she's like, well, you know what, I'm gonna move. And I wanted to let you know first in case you wanted to expand. And I was like, it wasn't the best time to expand, but it was like, it's kind of divine. And I always pictured having more, you know what I mean? And I think being on sets, you know, you just see hair, makeup, wardrobe, like it's all together.
Right.
And so this space came available, and I was like,
you gotta do it.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Why not? I said, I'll cut a hole in the wall and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And then it's all the same landlord. So as I took this space, one of my neighbors came in. There was a hair salon next door as well. And, you know, it wasn't fixed up very nice. It was just kind of shabby, but, you know, they were doing their thing. And one of my neighbors came in and said, oh, yeah, they're moving out the hair salon. I'm going to call the landlord and see if I can get it. And I was like, oh, I already took it.
That was a hostile takeover.
That was hostile. But I owed that neighbor a little something anyway. So, yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
She got it.
Yum. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. It just happened. He said, yeah, I'm gonna call the landlord. I said, oh no, I already took it. I'm taking all three. You know, I'm gonna have all three.
What's your sign again?
Taurus.
Okay. Are you all sneaky?
Not sneaky, but the person I was dealing with is sneaky, so I had to play on.
So you beat him to the sneakiness.
Yes.
Okay. But Envied Boutique is a great shop here in Atlanta. You can come here for hair, fashion, makeup, and today we're gonna actually do a makeover.
Yeah.
We have an up and coming new TV personality, Miss Lynn Mitchell. So we're gonna make her over. We're also gonna talk to her a little bit as well. But back to you in fashion styling. Who are some of your favorite people to style here in Atlanta?
Well, Carrie Hilson is kind of my longtime client. You know, I don't know how long we've been working together. Maybe 8 years, maybe longer. I don't know. So she, you know, she's I would say my biggest client and my most
actually
consistent.
Saw her on Sunday at the fashion show, Celebration for a Cause. Did you style her there?
No, I did not.
Well, she looked good. She looked beautiful.
It's like we have a confusing relationship because like we're friends and we work together. So I told her we're friends with benefits, and she's like, huh? Not those benefits. You know, like she needs me as a stylist, and I like her as a client to make money from styling.
Yeah.
So we have that in common. Plus, we're just friends.
Yeah. Well, we're going to stop now. We're going to do our makeover with Miss Lynn Mitchell. Thank you, Jilene, for talking to me. We'll be right back. Join us for part 2 of our interview here at Envied Boutique in Atlanta.
Peace.
Sunshine